Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs and pyramids, a civilization that thrived for centuries, but even the mightiest of empires can be shaken. Around 1650 BC, a new force emerged from the shadows. The Hyksos, a foreign people, swept into Egypt. They brought with them advanced weaponry and a thirst for conquest. The Hyksos invasion marked a turning point in Egyptian history. These mysterious invaders came from the east, likely from Western Asia, and their arrival shattered the peace and prosperity of the Middle Kingdom. The Egyptians, accustomed to centuries of stability, now faced an unprecedented challenge. The Hyksos invasion serves as a reminder that even the most enduring civilizations are not immune to external threats. Their story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It is a tale of invasion, adaptation, and ultimately liberation. In the annals of history, the Hyksos invasion remains a captivating period. It's a time when Egypt's strength was tested and its identity challenged.
The Hyksos' success in Egypt was due in part to their superior military technology. They introduced the chariot to Egypt, a powerful weapon that gave them a significant advantage in battle. The Egyptians, accustomed to fighting on foot, were initially caught off guard by the Hyksos' mobile warfare tactics.
We were skilled strategists. We exploited weaknesses in the Egyptian defenses. We established a power base in the Nile Delta. From there, we gradually extended our control southward.
The Hyksos were able to conquer Memphis, the ancient capital of Egypt. They established their own dynasty, known as the 15th dynasty. The Hyksos rule in Egypt was marked by both conflict and adaptation. They were keen to maintain order in the conquered territories. They adopted Egyptian customs and beliefs. They even worshipped Egyptian gods such as Seth, the god of chaos. This cultural assimilation helped to legitimize their rule and appease the local population.
The Hyksos, despite adopting some Egyptian customs, remained a distinct group within Egyptian society. They maintained their own language and religious practices. They introduced new technologies and artistic styles. The Hyksos were known for their bronze working skills. They introduced new types of pottery and weaponry to Egypt.
The Hyksos rule had a profound impact on our culture. They introduced new architectural styles. They built new cities and temples. However, much of their reign is shrouded in mystery. Egyptian sources often portray the Hyksos as cruel oppressors. They destroyed temples and desecrated sacred sites. However, recent archaeological discoveries suggest a more nuanced picture.
Despite the Hyksos' efforts to integrate into Egyptian society, resentment simmered among the native population. The Egyptians viewed the Hyksos as foreign interlopers. They yearned for the day when they could reclaim their land and restore their traditional rulers. This underlying tension eventually erupted into open rebellion. Section 4. The Seeds of Rebellion. A nation yearns for freedom.
The Egyptians never fully accepted Hyksos rule. They chafed under the rule of foreign kings. They longed for the return of their native pharaohs.
The Hyksos, sensing this unrest, imposed harsh measures to maintain control. This only fueled the flames of rebellion.
In the southern city of Thebes, a powerful family emerged as a beacon of hope for the Egyptians. The pharaohs of the 17th dynasty, though nominally under Hyksos control, began to assert their independence. They rallied the Egyptian people. They called for a united front against their common enemy.
The war for liberation was long and bloody. It spanned generations. The Egyptians, inspired by a shared desire for freedom, fought valiantly.
The tide began to turn under the leadership of Sekenenretau. He led a series of campaigns against the Hyksos. He died a warrior's death on the battlefield. Section 5. The Glorious Restoration, Amos I, and the Dawn of a New Era.
Sekenenretau's son, Amos I, inherited his father's mantle and his determination to drive the Hyksos out of Egypt. Ahmose was a shrewd military strategist. He continued his father's campaign. He drove the Hyksos back to their stronghold in the north.
Ahmose's victory marked the beginning of the new kingdom. It was a golden age for Egypt. The Egyptians, emboldened by their victory, expanded their empire. They established themselves as a major power in the ancient world.
The Hyksos invasion had been a time of trial and tribulation, but it had also been a time of learning and growth.
The Egyptians learned from their enemy. They adopted new technologies. They strengthened their defenses. They emerged from the Hyksos period stronger and more united than ever before.
The expulsion of the Hyksos was more than a military victory. It was a cultural and spiritual triumph. It marked the restoration of Egyptian identity.